And he said, I also made it haram upon you. Then the command says, فَلَا تَظَالَمُوا. Do not deal with each other in an unjust way. Do not transgress against the others. Hundreds of forms. Even in a mosque board, you will find some people are trying to plot against the others because they are from their race, or they speak the same language, or because they are from the same family. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, any form of injustice is haram. We are looking for justice. One of the problems of the whole world is looking for justice. So here's the first command. Now you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all the time justice. He does everything just and more for the Muslims, more than justice. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said when he is talking about the kuffar, جَزَاءً وِفَاقًا. This is the fairness that they deserve. And whereas when he deals with the Muslims, he says, جَزَاءً مِّن رَبِّكَ عَطَاءً حِسَابًا. He deals with you with justice and he gives you more. And this is a slight difference between these two attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. One difference between these beautiful words, in English basically they mean merciful. The two words means merciful, but there's a difference between them. One difference is that the word Ar-Rahman, it means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful to every creature in this dunya. Muslim, non-Muslims, child, old, a woman, a man, animals, insects, every creature of Allah enjoys the mercy of Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful to all human beings equally in this life. He gives you food, He gives the kuffar food. He gives you something, He gives the others something. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahman. Whereas the Rahim is the mercy of Allah that will be given to only the believers on the day of judgment. One of the signs of this is, inshallah, some of the Muslims, I hope all of us, will be shaded by the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when there will be no shade except the shade of Allah on that day. And when we talk about the day of judgment, we're talking about how long is the day of judgment? 50,000 years long. The day of judgment is 50,000 years long. Just try to imagine what we are going to do on that day. The other sign that you see the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the kuffar will meet Allah individually, whereas the Muslims will meet Allah in a group. And it means that you get the mercy of the group, inshallah. Another one, as in the verse that says, وَأُزْلِفَتِ Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first will open the doors of paradise for the believers. So from distance you will see that paradise is open for you. So it gives you this sense of comfort when you start moving, because you see paradise in front of you. Whereas for the non-believers, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ زُمَرًا حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءُوهَا فُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا. They will be walking and they don't know what's going to happen, and all of a sudden the gates of hellfire will open beneath them and they will fall. Compare this with the believers. When they start moving from distance, they will see the doors of paradise open for you. When you're waiting for an important guest, what do? Do you close the door or you open the door? And every time, right, from time to time, you send your kids to see whether he came or not. And finally they say that leave the doors open for him. It's a sign of welcoming the guests. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to welcome the believers. Not only that, Not only the doors of paradise will be opened, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the believers will move and paradise itself will move towards the believers. So you walk and paradise itself moves towards you. To make it shorter, وَأُزْلِفَتِ الْجَنَّةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ غَيْرَ بَعِيدٍ هَذَا مَا تُوعَدُونَ لِكُلِّ أَوَّابٍ حَفِيظٍ مَنْ خَشِيَ الرَّحْمَنَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَجَاءَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ وَجَاءَ بِقَلْبٍ مُنِيبٍ ادخلوها بسلام ادخلوها بسلام ادخلوها بسلام. Enter it peacefully. ذلك يوم الخلود. Just try to imagine Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make paradise move. So when you hear the word uzlifat in the Quran, it came 3 or 4 times. You see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show His mercy to you. The second, so now you know this quality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is fair and just. The second quality of Allah. يا عبادي كلكم ضال إلا من هديته. All of you are astray. All of you are deviant. All of you, no exception. Including Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, including Ibrahim. All human beings. إِلَّا مَنْ هَدَيْتُهُ. Except the ones whom I guided. Didn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, أَلَمْ يَجِدَكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى. Didn't He find you dull, astray, and He guided you? So I want you to understand this. If you are guided to this religion, don't think that you are guided because you are smart, because you are an engineer or a doctor, or you are a millionaire, or because your parents were Muslims. Don't ever attribute this to yourself. Know that you are in this case because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided you. So Allah, if we are astray, how can we be guided? فَاسْتَهْدُونِي أَهْدِكُمْ. Ask me to guide you and I will guide you. That's why no wonder the best messenger and the best human being, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, used to say, Allahumma hdini, Allahumma hdini, Allahumma hdini, Allahumma hdini. Oh Allah, guide me. Oh Allah, guide me. Day and night, the Prophet ﷺ used to make this dua. So all the time you need this. And that's what we do. Islam itself is designed in that way to give you this guidance. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. We say it at least 17 times. Apart from Ramadan. In Ramadan we probably say it 30 or 40 times. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. All the time. Don't ever think because of your smartness you will do the right decision. And this is the importance of Salat al-Istikhara. When you إذا هم أحدكم بعمل شيء فليستخر. If you are about to do anything, the companions used to do Salat al-Istikhara even when they want to buy some clothes. Oh Allah, would I buy this or no? Would I marry this woman or no? Would I buy this car or not? Would I select this course or no? All the time, whenever you are taking a decision to do something, make Salat al-Istikhara. Make Salat al-Istikhara. Because in Salat al-Istikhara, you ask Allah to guide you. You don't know what happens in your selection. If something bad happens after that, you already got the permission from Allah. So you don't feel that there's something you said, I wish I would have asked Allah to guide me. When you do Salat al-Istikhara. So this is the beauty of this. So ask Allah to guide you. Thirdly, كلكم جائع إلا من أطعمته فاستطعموني أطعمكم. All of you are hungry. Born hungry. Nobody was born. And He is the one who gives you the food. Don't ever think that the food that you get every day is because the work that you do. Don't ever attribute. You should do the work, but this is not the whole thing. All of you are educated, at least BA or high school. But look at the birds. Prophet ﷺ said this example. Look at the birds. They get up early in the morning, hungry stomach, empty stomachs. They go, they come back with full stomachs. No PhDs, no degrees, no high school, no America, everywhere. Everywhere. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them the sustenance. That's why one of the names of Allah is Ar-Razzaq, the one who gives you the sustenance. Don't ever think that you get the sustenance because you work with Bill Gates. No. No, Allah. You get the sustenance because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gives you the sustenance.